My dear brethren, communication is the lifeline of every interpersonal relationship. When you stop communicating, you start losing your valuable relations. So we must all keep communicating as a two-way process. It gives me immense pleasure to be able to communicate with you face to face through this broadcast. Recently, I have found something missing in my life, being far away from my beloved brethren. I have become so habitual to be constantly interacting with you all that in this lockdown period, I find some part of my life taken away. I feel that many of you would be feeling the same way as well. Nobody is certain as to what and when will this lockdown be lifted, and when would the government allow formal meetings and gatherings. Many of us are missing our Masonic activities in our Masonic temples. Suddenly, many of us have become more operative Masons than speculative ones, are more involved in physical work of charity and relief. Brethren, it gives me immense pleasure and joy to see that so many of our brethren and lodges in all the four regions doing such tremendous charitable work to alleviate the hardship of our fellow human beings. Reports received at the Grand Lodge of COVID-19 work being done by the various Masonic centers are extremely heartwarming and reflects the truly benevolent character of our institution and its members. In this difficult time, most of you have risen to the occasion and have amply exhibited the most distinguishing characteristic of every Freemason's heart. The society and the country needs you most in this hour of affliction, and I am so happy that all of you have risen to this occasion. I am so proud of the centers and brethren who, at the cost of risking their lives, are acting as hardship alienators of the desperately needy citizens. My brethren, nothing short was expected from you, and kudos to all of you on rising to the occasion and keeping the Masonic flag flying high. No words of praise can be sufficient enough for the wonderful work that you have been doing. I am receiving reports of outstanding individual charity work done by Masons and their COVID-19 related work, which has dwarfed many of our publicized charities. Blessed are the Masons who understand that the reason for true prayers is not to have all that they want, but to sincerely thank God for all that has made it possible for them to give. Remember, my brother, the more you give, nature gives back 10 times to you. Today, life has given you an opportunity to fulfill your heartfelt desire to perform your truly Masonic duties with pride and aplomb. And you must all avail this opportunity to do our great institution proud. My brethren, life is a typical one-way road where you can look back but can never go back. So do not miss to do anything now which you would repent not having done in future, and which you would always look back with pride and satisfaction. Keep up the good work, my dear brethren. As already informed to you, the lodges that the trustees of the Fund of Benevolence has already sanctioned overall 75 lakhs for the COVID-19 related work from the Fund of Benevolence, and has further authorized the Grand Lodge to spend 50 lakhs as of now between the four regions. The Grand Board of General Purpose has also been graciously to ratify the resolution authorizing the Grand Lodge to spend this money from the Fund of Benevolence. The Grand Treasurer and the Grand Secretary, in consultation with the Finance Committee Chairman, has already devised a region-wise allocation for this fund purely as a supplementary grant matching from the Grand Lodge of India, which has been communicated to all the four regions. Primarily, lodges have to source their own charity work, and the Grand Lodge, remember, is only a supplementary partner in service with you all. Do not, I repeat, do not undertake any project beyond your local means, and depending on presumed receipt of money from the regents and the Grand Lodge will cost you dearly. I exhort the brethren to contribute generously towards the COVID-19 related work to your own lodge, region, or the Grand Lodge, so that more and more COVID-19 related charitable work can be undertaken. We have now allowed virtual meetings to take place, only to take administrative decisions and to present Masonic papers and as a means of interaction amongst the brethren. Rest assured, my brethren, no Masonic secrets will come out in the open, since these meetings will be devoid of all signs, salutations, and passwords. Some of the apprehension in this regard is totally ill-founded, and those opposing seem to have neither attended any virtual meeting nor have understood the concept and the practical difficulties many of the lodges are facing at this time. Maybe some of them are members of lodges who rarely meet, if at all. Opposing any new idea comes naturally to some of our brethren, and we need to leave them alone to their own vague ideas and philosophy. The rest of us should carry on with our great Masonic work. The virtual meetings were allowed, since regretfully the Grand Lodge has to suspend all Masonic meetings till 30th June 2020 or till the government permits social meetings. This is deemed to be absolutely necessary to safeguard the most precious lives of our brethren and to calm down the anxiety of the brethren themselves and their respective family members. At this juncture, I must congratulate Lord Satsang for the first Under the Bodhi 2020 Masonic seminar which they have presented online, which in my view was an astounding success involving over 200 Masons. Well done, my brethren of Lord Satsang, and well executed work. You deserve a lot of praises. Your lodge truly reflects the great Masonic virtues of innovation and continuity. You have proved to all that one must become the change one wants to see in the world. My brethren, many a lodges and the virtual master will rather have a truncated tenure this year, and they may not be able to fully achieve their Masonic dreams or plans during their stewardship year. But I am sure lodges will individually decide to extend their tenures or work with more vigor to finish the unfinished work within the time left for them in this Masonic year. Each lodge can take its own decision. Brethren, all of you will agree that we have never seen such depressing times in our lifetimes, and the changing social scenario is itself an amazing change for all of us to see. Remember, brethren, difficulties in our life do not come to destroy us, but rather come to help us realize our true hidden potential and power. One must see opportunity in every difficulty, and today is the proper time to do so. Who would have imagined the Freemasons across the country will rise as one and so boldly face this phenomenon and become the shining knights of the needy, and to so boldly fight against the deprivation staring our fellow mortals. Very rarely have we seen the length and breadth of the Masonic fraternity getting actively involved in such extraordinary charitable work. It is time that we simultaneously rise and repeat the most famous words of our rituals, O wonderful Masons. Brethren, continue to do the good work with fresh vigor and enthusiasm. One may or may not be adequately recognized for his good work, but nobody, I repeat, nobody can take away the mental satisfaction from you for having marked well, which will remain with you forever and ever. Remember, God is with us in all our good deeds and will reward us for having obeyed His divine commands. Today is the right time to do the God's work actively and with renewed energy. It is well said that God has planned everything so that humans should not worry about anything. Reminds me of K. Sarasara. In the end, brethren, I repeat, remember to maintain safe physical distance. Always wear masks while going out. Wash your hands repeatedly. Take care of your family and society. And continue to be the role models. The Grand Lodge, my dear brethren, is proud of each and every one of you. I wish you well and Godspeed. Thank you, my brethren.